Hello, you guys. I know you missed me so much you wanted me again for round two. Yes, a round two. Today calls for a round two. So, welcome back to Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network. You guys, if you are new here, smash a subscribe. Help me get to 1,500 subscribers. I'm getting so close. I'm getting so close. And if you can, share the stream out. Okay. We got it. Post it out. All right, you guys, in case you didn't know, I am my own producer. I am the producer extraordinaire. Yes, I am. I hope you guys were able to tune into the show earlier today. The Julie and Joxie episode 16 was a good time. If you guys did not catch it, go over and check it out on YouTube now. So, smash that like. Yeah. It's posted like a mofo. I saw you, Mike. Mike, you're number one. Thanks for being here. And I see David Brumlow. He jumped in here. He said, hello. David Brumlow, are you still here? Hello. And DJ Brian, he's gotta talk some smack. He's busy on Whatnot. Did he leave us? Did he leave us for real? Hello, Poman. Hello, Black Hat team. How is everybody? I keep hitting the subscribe button. You can't subscribe any harder, can you? You can't subscribe any harder. You know what? And even if you subscribe and unsubscribe, you still can't comment on my shorts. I'm sorry, Poman. I don't know why that is. I actually ran across somebody recently who I can't comment on their shorts. I can comment on their normal videos, but not their shorts. So I can feel your pain now. I can feel your pain. So you guys, yesterday, you may have thought that I was kidding when I talked about Bitcoin putting in a juicy new bottom. He's busy talking smack. He can talk smack. He pops off. He's allowed to. So you may have thought I was kidding, but I was not kidding, because look at Bitcoin today. It is having a nice little pumpy pump, a nice little rally, if you will. I like to see it. I switched from coffee to water, in case you can't tell. It's been we went from morning to afternoon. The morning show got a little crazy. We talked about sucking toes, and then we danced around, and Joxie was twerking again. So if you guys missed it, you can go watch the replay. So. But anyway, the reason we are here today is to talk about Bitcoin, because it is looking bullish. And you guys thought I was kidding about that juicy looking bottom yesterday. So let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto charts. I dropped my cap on the ground. Okay, we are taking a look at the 15-minute Bitcoin chart, you guys. Look at this. Down on the market cipher line, it is just a lovely, lovely money flow into the green. RSI line is topping out. Things are looking good. We have had this pump up from 7,100 from yesterday. We went all the way up, tested 73. Had a little sell-off, tested again, had a dump, still remained money flow in the green, and then continued to climb up. We are back at 73. Let me tell you, every time we have this little sell-off and it tries to dump, 73 just retains. It retains. It likes it. It likes it here. Let's go ahead. I want to drill it on a 5-minute. Let's drill it. It's just looking good. It looks good. In fact, it could remain bullish. And the sentiment, by and large, is that we could be in a bullish trend. We could be putting in higher highs and higher lows, which would be phenomenal. That would mean we're out of that downward trend that we had been in since 1010. So let's go ahead and take a look at the broader market. Ethereum, it's still stuck around where it was yesterday at 22.54. for, but is also money flow in the green. Taking a look at Solana, it's doing slightly better, $85.45. Chainlink also, again, slightly better, up 2%. So, but $9.16 after being stuck in the $8 range for a very, very, very long time. Remember, last bull run, we were topping out around the $20 range. So around $8, $9, you guys, this is why I look, and I still have some money in stables. I'm not fully deployed yet. Because we could still potentially see another dip. And so if there is another dip, I want to be prepared for it. So Dogecoin's still stuck at 9 cents. Sui is at 95 cents. And ADA is still at 25 cents. All right, let's go ahead and pop over to our crypto bubbles. Let's see if I can get this to load for us. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh, guys, it's not wanting to load for me. It is not wanting to load for me. All right, I'm going to take a look at oil then. While that is taking forever to load, I want to take a look at oil. Oil is trading at $95. It is money flow into the red. Here, we're going to share this instead. So that way you can see what I see. So yeah, taking a look at oil, money flow is in the red. It is down. Not really sure what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz at the moment. Looks like gold has also switched into the red, but we're still hanging on around to this 47 range. It's been trading sideways, as you can see here. Wait, I'm on the 5-minute chart. Let's go on a 15-minute. Yeah, we've just been trading in this range, guys. And silver, about the same. Looking about the same. Although has not, it's still in the money flow in the green. So yeah, that's where we're looking there. Okay, I cannot get the crypto bubbles to open. So to heck with that. We don't need no crypto bubbles anyway. We'll just go ahead and get right into some breaking news. All right, welcome back. Are you here? Do you see the screen? You see the screen. All right. This says U.S. CPI comes in lower than expected, but April rate cut remains unlikely. Although the U.S. inflation was weaker than expected in March, the ongoing war between the United States, Iran, and Israel has fueled macroeconomic uncertainty. So let's get into it. The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics published a consumer price index data for March showing a 0.9% month-over-month rise in headline of CPI inflation. The CPI inflation is up about 3.3% year over year, according to the BLS report published Friday. Although the inflation came in slightly lower than analysts' expectations, the inflation remains elevated above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. The surge in energy prices from Iran's war drove March inflation figures, with energy index rising nearly 11%, led by a 21% rise in gasoline prices. Managing inflation is part of the Federal Reserve's dual mandate and price stability for maximum employment, which influences decision-making on interest rates and broader monetary policy. Now, guys, if you even like the Fed, if you even believe in the Fed was never really around until more recently, and whether it has done its job to maintain financial stability, I believe when it was initially created, there was, because when you look at the financial boom-bust cycle before the Fed was implemented, it had more frequent boom busts. And so the Fed was implemented and things were a little more controlled. But now it feels like things are kind of running away and there's no oversight. There is no oversight. So Again, I'm going to read that line. Managing inflation is part of the Federal Reserve's dual mandate, price stability, and maximum employment, for which influences its decision making on interest rates and broader monetary policy. So, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices are significantly impacted by interest rate policy, with lower interest rates stimulating asset prices by expanding credit that flows into financial markets, and higher rates restricting capital flows and asset prices. You guys, if you have done any of your research, you know people have been defaulting on cars, people have been defaulting on their houses. People are in bankruptcy. People are in foreclosure. And let's really talk about what happened. These people were buying cheap cars, interest rate wise, when the Fed dropped the interest rate so low during COVID. 5 years ago, everybody was buying houses. Everybody was buying cars. Now here we are 5 years later. Inflation is out of control. Prices of everything is high. Everybody's defaulting on everything. And now the Fed's not changing the interest rate. They're keeping it high, and nobody can borrow. Nobody can get money. And so what's happening is there's a cascading effect, a domino effect. First, what goes first is the cars. People lose cars first. You can only miss 3 payments before they start to send the repossession after your car. Now, your house, there's certain things you can do to kick the can down the road, and then you're in your house longer than like the foreclosure process, and like getting you kicked out of your house is it's a lot more difficult than it is to come get the car, right? So they come get the car first, but initially first it's the credit cards, right? So the people rack up the credit cards. Credit card rates are like 30%. We're talking like 28.9% interest rate on credit cards, which is crazy, which Trump had talked about capping credit card interest rates at 10%. Nothing ever came of it. No one's ever talked about it again. But if they did it for one whole year, it would substantially help the average American, because it would free up that interest payment that they're making. Right now, you have all of this principal that's on the credit card, but your interest payment is so high, the principal is going nowhere. You're just making the minimum interest payments indefinitely. You're just bankrolling the bankers. Anyway, that's where the terminology comes from. So, if the Fed could make some changes, make the interest rates lower, would there be inflation? Well, I mean, the Fed did drop the interest rate to like near zero. So do we need the interest rate at zero? No. But could we get like a 4% or a 3.95, a 3.85? Can we get like somewhere in a 3 would look nice? Somewhere in a 4 would even be nice. Right now, though, everybody's doing 6. Any mortgage going right now is going for 6. But now that I have started signing up for foreclosure notices, I've been doing other zip codes in other cities and other areas just to see, is it just my area? Why is this not being reported on? Every zip code has a new foreclosure almost every day. Go look. Go look. No one's reporting on it. We're too busy at war right now. Traders see no chance of an interest rate cut in April at the Fed meeting. So forecast rate is a 0% chance for a Fed cut rate in April at the FOMC meeting. So there you have it. But we have a little Bitcoin rally, so we'll take what we can get, right? We'll take what we can get. All right, Bitcoin traders set 88K target as a market bias finally tilts towards bulls. That's right. Where is Blocky? Where's our resident bear? Where's Blocky Bear? All right. Bitcoin is holding above 72K along with a sharp uptick in whale activity, suggesting traders may target the supply zone around 88,000. Mirroring a breakout setup from Q2 of 2025, Bitcoin is now eyeing a possible rally toward the 86 to 90K range over the next few weeks. The bullish view, supported by robust Bitcoin whale activity and large Bitcoin inflows to exchanges, which have dropped $5 billion over the past 2 months. Bitcoin support clusters at 70K, and it has built a breakout pressure. So Bitcoin reached a weekly high of 73,000 on Friday after testing 72K level earlier in the week, with price compressing between 70 and 72,000 over the past 4 days. The higher price range is showing more stability for Bitcoin than in March, when Bitcoin quickly corrected after reaching that key level. The 30-day rolling volume weighted average, or VWAP, which indicates the most recent trading activity, has occurred to the 50-day moving average, converging below the price, forming a dynamic support base. Currently, the 76K level marks a upper boundary of a 64K sideways phase. A push above this level aligns with the descending trend line formed after the October highs near 126,000. A breakout from this trend may signal a major shift and remove the psychological barrier capped rallies over the past few months. In Q2 of 2025, a similar setup formed after a prolonged compression below the moving averages. Once the price cleared the descending trend line, it expanded quickly and moved into the next supply zone. So here is where we were in the past. We had the downward wedge. Here was our supply zone we hit. So downward wedge, supply zone. Are we going to break out and above? Hello! Speaking of Blocky Bear and Po-Man. Hello, we've got 8JR8. What's up? And he knows Po-Man. He knows our Po-Man. Hello. Welcome in. Y'all, I was saying a lot of words and I needed a drink so bad. All right. Currently, this structure mirrors that sequence with liquidity stacked between 86,000 and 90. So will we see a breakout above this? It would be really exciting. Y'all, I was just hoping that we were kind of having some sort of positive movement in the market. So all right, let's go ahead and move on to this. Oh my gosh, if it is ever going to stop with the pop-ups. Okay. So Trump, let's see here. Trump has his Mar-a-Lago gala planned for April 12th next week, which could clash with the Correspondents' Dinner. We kind of briefly talked about this yesterday. So he has this scheduled, this luncheon at Mar-a-Lago on the 25th. But what I actually wanted to pop up here, oops, let me close that, is I was pulling up his Get Trump Memes website just to kind of see what he's got going on over here, right? Oh, I hope your mommy's okay. I just thought you said you were headed to the hospital. I've been taking care of my dad, so I know all about that life. So there are 2 ways to qualify for the conference. So particularly connecting your crypto wallet through Robinhood with your Trump holdings. So they particularly like Robinhood. So I'm sure we're going to see Tarnev there, I would imagine. Robinhood is just splashed all over this website. You have to be a top 297 holder. So 297 attendees, I would imagine. So the goal is to be one of those top holders. And then you have to be invited. And then if you're one of those top 29 will be invited to a special VIP reception and champagne toast. I'm interested to see, it says, with President Trump and superstar guests. I'm interested to see who it's going to be. So if you are looking to go, I love this. What do you want to call this? Like an illustration of Trump? Like this physique? I don't know. Did he even look like that in his 20s? It's definitely not what he's looked like. I mean, like, this is definitely the head of like Trump today, but it's like the body of Trump maybe in his 20s. Anyway, there's some frequently asked questions on there, but if you go back to the main part, we've got another wonderful illustration here. He must like just having somebody like draw artistically his likeness. You know, in more recent years, everybody's moved towards like photography and having real photos of themselves. So it's interesting to me to see a president go back to like, I want like an oil painting or like a Renaissance style painting of myself. So anyway, this says, join the most exclusive crypto and business conference in the world and meet and learn from 18 of the world's most influential superstars, including a gala luncheon with keynote speaker, President Donald Trump. So it clearly says on here that he's going to be there, but it does say that he might not actually be there. Wait, what's going on with Blocky? Oh, at the vet. Oh, geez, Blocky, you're at the vet? Why's everybody got stuff going on today? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I hope everything's okay with you. So here are, I'm going to zoom out because our heads are too big for me. This is some of the 18 global superstars. So we've got Trump, Paolo, Mike Tyson. Why wouldn't we have Mike Tyson? Nothing says crypto like Mike Tyson. Let's see, who else do we have? ICO. We've got like a VC, an investment firm. On-chain, look, platform Jupiter. We've got Kathy Woods. Grant Cardone's going to be there. Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins. It's not giving crypto vibes to me at all. And then we've also got Ariana Simpson, Tim Draper. Oh, Pomp is going to be there. Yeah. Mike Alfred. Another investment VC. Let's see. Anchorage Digital. Okay. Yeah, they were like that they were that crypto bank, right? One of the crypto banks that didn't get debanked, I think, if I remember. One of the banks that didn't get debanked that was still doing crypto. He would actually be a good one to listen to. Yeah, so anyway, it'll be interesting to see who goes. Top 300 holders. I wonder what that looks like. I want to go look and see, because I'm interested to see what being one of the top 300 Trump holders looks like. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. That is the show for today. It is a Friday and I'm going to get on with it. So I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Blocky, I hope everything's okay at the vet. I hope everything's okay at the hospital. I hope everything's okay everywhere. You guys go have a good Friday. Smash a subscribe if you're new here. I will be back on Monday at 1 o'clock Pacific time talking about all things crypto and geopolitics and other crazy stuff, whatever else comes up. You know how it goes. So, as always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network and sponsored by Market Cipher. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.